Hey friends, welcome back to Our Forest Homestead. Today we are working on getting the roof up onto our chicken coop because we need the rain to water our garden. So let's go. As you saw in the previous video, we sort of abandoned this project back in March because the chickens were a bigger priority and getting them into the shed. Then other things came up. Mainly the priority turned into clearing land and building this garden. Now that we have some more time, we're back here working on collecting water to be able to water that garden. We are putting up the horizontal posts that are going to hold the roof trusses on, and Mike is putting up the initial roof trusses. Then we figure out where our poles are out and make adjustments because things seem to have moved since the snow melted. I'm sure many of you are wondering what exactly we're planning on doing here with this chicken coop. We have the floor raised off the ground about 2 feet, I believe, and that is to give the chickens some under the coop protected space. And it will be protected on 3 sides. The 4th side, of course, will be the run that you guys remember that we built back in the fall. And they will hopefully be able to stay out of the wind through that area if they need to do that as well. We also want to make sure that there's plenty of outside space for our chickens because we want to have room to increase the size of our flock should we decide to do that. Right now we are cutting and installing braces that are going to go between each of the roof trusses just to maintain the plumpness of them and maintain the spacing between each one. That'll make it easier when we go to install the bracing for the metal roof and just help sturdy up those roof trusses and make sure that they're not going to go anywhere. Getting back to the coop design, the right-hand side wall that you can see that's sort of facing towards the right of the screen is the chicken door side. That one will go into the run. And the left-hand side on the front of the coop at this point is going to be like a shed. That way we have a place to store food and shavings and all the things that we need, treats and all of that stuff that we have for our chickens, as well as access to our rollaway nest boxes that keep our eggs nice and clean and means we don't actually have to go into the coop to collect our eggs. The back side where you can see the water tote is going to be a solid wall. And then, of course, the far side is the open air side. That one will also have a clean out door that will allow us to scoop out all the shavings when it's time to clean the coop twice a year because we've been using deep litter method and it's just awesome. All right, time to cut our roof to fit on top of the chicken coop. The kids want to know if this is a poisonous mushroom. I am not a mushroom hunter.
Well, guess what?
We got 4?
We have 3.
Well, that's not enough.
Nope.
Well, then we have to take an 8-footer.
Yeah. Okay, so these are all lined up. So we need 79 inches?
8?
70. Okay, we'll do 78.
You want to pull it out of the woods?
Nah, it's all good. Take that one leaf that's in my way.
So that's a metal blade on your stone saw?
Yep.
We've used it for this before, but I'm just asking.
Well, I switched it. I used it for the water tote dig. So I had my stone blade on there.
Yes, yes. Hunter, you making it? You gonna be alright, bud? There's a fly on your nose. No, we're still stuck in the middle there.
Yeah, we sure are. All right.
Unfortunately, we're left with like 5 feet.
5'5" and a bit.
That's okay.
Yeah.
We'll end up patchworking a goat roof or something like that, or a cow shelter roof or something later. I'm not worried.
Nope. Or we can use it for the walls of the...
Oh, the shelter up here.
pens.
Yeah, that's true.
Right?
Yeah, yeah. Okay, so now we gotta cut one of those 8-footers?
We do.
Because we need 4 for just this one side of the roof, right?
Yeah, I'm wondering if we need more than 4 because we're actually on the outside of the posts, but I'm not sure if we made it smaller 12. We didn't measure that.
No.
So are we gonna need to cut 2 or just 1? That's the question.
The only thing I can suggest is we just take 2 of them down there with the saw and then do what we need to do down there.
Yeah, or...
That would be easier than going down and coming back up with the trailer and everything.
Not really.
No?
We take these down, we get them on, we see what we need.
Okay, sure. You want to put them in the trailer then?
Yep.
Grab me that wood.
We need the screws that are on the table.
Oh, yes. Okay. Okay. Come on, bud. Go hang out with the girls. The flies are too much for him. They're too much for me, honestly, but hey, we gotta get things done, you know? Did you find the bit for these screws here, darling?
Yep, in my pocket.
Okay. Good call. What are you doing? I said not to do anything yet.
I'm not doing anything yet. I'm getting my stuff prepared. Okay.
So, pick it up.
Just gotta watch that. Okay.
There we go.
Now we can strap. Oh,
Everything on.
strap this down.
Yep. Our cart is not quite big enough, but it's so versatile.
It's so
we'll just
versatile.
put some wood on top and put our pieces of panel right on top.
That's right. If you don't mind.
Like really, our purpose is to collect water off of this roof ASAP because we're getting a lot of rain in 2 days.
That's right.
For 2 days.
Yeah.
So we got to get that water tote filled up.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh my.
All right, let's go.
Yeah, let's get out of here.
Come on.
What are you waiting for?
A driver. Who? Ugh. What? I'm in the trees.
You're in the trees. What does it say to service?
Ah!
We're not making that turn.
All right, so put some screws in your pouch and head on up.
Oh, I didn't bring my pouch. Dang it!
You went to the trailer and
I didn't
everything.
get my pouch, yeah. I want this under the top. The cut?
Is that the cut side or is the top?
Yeah, this is the cut side.
Okay.
So we need to start here and work our way that way.
Okay, sure.
Okay. Oh, my bag of screws.
You ready for the next one? What are we doing and why are we doing it like this? So, basically, he has too much fun on that thing. All right, so basically the chicken coop is the perfect roof, or apparently half roof in this case, to allow us to put water into the water tote that's gonna water the garden. A few months ago, you guys saw us build the frame of this thing. When there was still snow on the ground, we had to dig out 18 inches of snow to be able to actually put this on the dirt. We burnt the pole ends. We built the frame, we built the deck, the floor of the coop for the chickens. Now, we've come back, we've added a bunch of structure to allow us to put the roof trusses on, which we bought originally when we thought we were putting the chickens in here. Now, kind of glad we didn't. Definitely glad we didn't for lots of reasons. But now it's important for us to actually collect this water off of the roof. So basically we've had the water tote down here. We've been pumping water into it from our 90, 85 gallon barrels. We've got two. So a 30 and a 55. You guys saw us doing that as well. And at this point we are falling down a hill. We are trying to automate things. We're trying to make it easier so we don't have to, you know, be so active in the, you know, growing of the garden. So ideally we'd get the whole roof up, we'd finish the structure, and then we just have this building sitting out here that's ready to go for chickens whenever we're actually ready to put them in. But we don't have that much time. So we have other projects that are drawing our attention away from this, mainly my bunkie and getting the sawmill up and running. So that is our mission at this point, to finish out basically the hot part of the summer. Now that we have our tractor, super excited about the tractor. It's gonna allow us to do a lot of grading. It's gonna allow us to do the post hole digging, and it's going to allow us to plow snow. So we're excited about a snowblower option in the winter as well, so we can keep the pathways and the roadways and everything clear, especially down here to the house. That was a challenge that we had last year. Basically, we didn't come down the quad path at all because the snow got too deep and the quad couldn't make it through. All right, so here comes Mike. So this chicken coop will end up being an ongoing project, unfortunately.
Yeah, for
a little while. It's hopefully gonna be like a permanent structure. Like we're gonna have it for like 10, 15, 20 years. So I'm not super worried that we're taking our time to build it properly. By properly, I mean like it's clearing up.
That's what they say. So now we're collecting water off that much at least.
Well, yeah. Hopefully that will be enough. We're getting like 30 millimeters of rain.
Yeah.
Which is like an inch and a half.
Okay.
For our American friends.
Okay.
So the cool part is an inch and a half over, what are we at? 6.5 feet by 10. 65 square feet. 65 square feet times an inch and a half in the water tote.
Right.
If we actually get that much rain.
Yeah.
But it's very possible that we could get
more.
Like a lot more. It's also very possible that we will get none.
Yes.
Because of where we live. We are like up on a big hill and in like, I don't know. Sometimes the rain goes by. It's funny when we check the radar. It's pretty wild. There.
Hey.
All right. We'll see you guys next time.
Bye.
Stay tuned for the outtakes.
Any friends?
Salamanders?
Snakes.
We don't have salamanders here.
We do. We had a blue salamander here.
What?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Oh, you okay?
Yeah. That's a log and I just fell off it. It's round and my feet are flat.
Flat-footed, eh?
No, I'm wearing boots.